Well, hey there, everybody. It's Maria with Tea and Tally here, and I am going to make chicken mole, but the point of this video is to actually show you how to make the mole sauce. So you can use it with anything and everything else you want. This is the quickest and the simplest way to make mole. I know that there are like tons of variations of chicken mole, some from the complex to the not so complex, and then there's this one. It was shown to be me by, of course, my mom and my grandmother and my aunts. And I tell you what, I have never had anybody complain when I use this over my homemade chicken enchiladas or whatever else I'm making. Anyway, so I've boiled the chicken here, and now we're going to let it cool here. And voila, look, now you have some stock, chicken stock for something else, or chicken noodle soup. Yummy. This is the fun part of it, is taking the chicken off and making sure that no one chews on a bone later. That would be bad, very bad. I like to take the skin off. I boil everything of the chicken for the flavor. You can always take it apart later, take out what you don't want. And so when you get everything out, all the bones, you use your fingers to shred it. And you don't want to shred it too much, because the pieces will be way too small. I mean, you can if you want. You know me, I don't always have rules. But make sure that you go through it thoroughly, because you will miss a little bone if you don't. There's probably a quick way to do the chicken. Like, some people will get it roasted already, but this gives it more of an authentic flavor. And you can season everything in the chicken from here. Now here is where we're going to make the mole. You're going to heat the oil. You're going to put the flour in it while it's cold. Do not let the oil heat, or it will have lumps. So the secret to no lumps is to put the flour in while the oil is cold. And it looks like a lot, but that's because I'm making it for the family, so I want a lot. When you start to see it boil up a little bit, go ahead and start adding the chili powder. You want to stay close to the pan at this point, but you're going to be mixing and stirring quite often, because it starts to thicken up pretty quick. See it start to thicken? Let's go ahead and add the water. This is probably about a cup to start with. You want to add things at a little at a time. It's easier to add more, obviously, than to take away. So I start with about a cup of water just to stir it up. And you see how quick it thickens. And you obviously know you're going to want it a little bit soupy. So by being this thick, you're going to obviously add, guess what? More water. Do I say this a lot? Yes, but this is another one of those to taste kind of recipes. Everybody likes it a little bit different. Some like a stronger chili taste flavor, some a little bit less. So go slow as far as adding your ingredients. What I'm adding here is cumin and onion salt. I will be adding salt here soon. I'm very, very careful with the salt because it's easy to oversalt it. And obviously this one's going to be a nice strong chili flavor. Let's taste it. I wonder what I'm going to add to it that it needs. Salt. More cumin. More chili powder. And more stirring. Again, remember, I am making a very big batch. When you make this for, let's say, just to pour over some enchiladas, it won't take quite this much or this long. For smaller batches, you're going to use a little bit less oil and a little bit less flour. Ooh, I gotta try it with the chicken. See if it coats it nicely. And I guess it worked because I'm gonna add the chicken. So with this sauce, you can pretty much put anything in it that you want. I'm just going to make the chicken with it because the rest of my family is bringing some other fabulous stuff. So there's going to be beans, there's going to be rice there. This is perfect with beans and rice. But you can use steak, you can use nothing and just pour it over some eggs, some tamales, enchiladas, whatever you want. Oh my gosh, now I want some again because it was so good. And that is pretty much it. You have yourself some chicken mole. And now you know how to make the mole sauce for everything else. Thank you for watching. This is a Heartwood production.